What The Rock is cooking? Smells like an acting career with a side of YouTube channel, charitable contributions. And is that the aroma of merchandising I'm getting? Dwayne Don't Call Me The Rock Johnson may have a very confusing career progression, but there's no denying the man works hard for what he has, and anyone that works that hard is bound to have some incredible facts about them. And wouldn't you know it, here are the top 10 of them. Love to know more about other celebrities? Subscribe today and click the bell to be notified of other world-famous archives. And be sure to like this video. Number 10. Seiuli Dwayne Johnson. We may know him as World Championship wrestler The Rock and actor Dwayne Douglas Johnson, but the people of Samoa view the hard-working star in a completely different light. Though he was born in California, Dwayne has direct roots in Samoan culture. His mother, Atafatissimanu Maiva, is a descendant of Samoan chiefs, so when Johnson traveled to the island country, he was met with high praise. During his visit, then head of state Malietoa Tanumafili II dubbed the former wrestler with the title of Seiuli, or a Matai title reserved to honor non-Samoans. Number 9. 3 generations of wrestlers. Sure, you know The Rock, but do you know Rocky Johnson? How about Peter Maiva? Sure, they may not have the star power as Johnson, but without them, The Rock never would have been born. When he started his professional wrestling career, Dwayne entered the ring as the first third-generation wrestler to spar in the World Wrestling Federation. His father, Rocky, also wrestled in the WWF on the first black team to win the World Tag Team Championship, while his maternal grandfather, Maiva, wrestled in the National Wrestling Alliance. Maybe you'd recognize Maiva from You Only Live Twice as an Osato henchman. Number 8. A prolific actor. It all started with an appearance on That 70s Show, where he played his father, Rocky Johnson. Then there was his stint on Star Trek Voyager as a wrestling alien known only as The Champion. In 2001, he landed a role on The Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns, and ever since, he's been an unstoppable Hollywood force. Since then, he starred in dozens of theatrical releases and has solidified himself as a bona fide movie star, complete with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Number 7. The Rock Clock. Oh, you think you've heard it all? Well, so did I, until I read that Dwayne Johnson released a cell phone app. Not just any app, though. It's a motivational alarm clock. Always one to inspire his fans, Johnson funded the development of an alarm clock designed specifically to get you out of bed and on the path to your daily goals. The clock doesn't have a snooze button, which almost seems criminal, and can even synchronize your sleep schedule with Johnson's, setting your alarm to the exact time he wakes up each morning. The best part, however, has to be the 25 alarm tones created by Johnson, and they're just glorious. Number 6. 8-time champion. As his wrestling career started to die down and his film career picked up steam, The Rock had a hard time completely leaving the ring. After his official departure in 2004, he returned for a brief stint that ran from 2011 to 2013. It was during this time that, during a Royal Rumble, The Rock took the WWE Championship for the 8th time in his career. The victory also marked his first win after an 11-year dry spell, and the last time he would ever don the championship belt. The Rock is the 4th most decorated WWE champion, falling behind John Cena, Randy Orton, and Triple H. Number 5. From Flex Kavana to The Rock. He may want to leave the Rock persona behind, but what about Flex Kavana? Are we able to see him walking down the street and holler out, "Hey, Flex," without incurring the wrath of the people's elbow? For those of you in the dark about what we're talking about, before The Rock was The Rock, he donned an entirely different persona, Flex Kavana. Before being signed on to the WWF, Johnson wrestled at the United States Wrestling Association as Kavana. Under this name, Johnson and Brett Sawyer took the USWA Tag Team title. In November 1996, Johnson changed his name from Flex Kavana to Rocky Maiva, a tribute to his father and grandfather. Number 4. Dwayne Johnson Rock Foundation. If there's one thing about Johnson that can't be disputed, it's his charitable nature. In 2006, Johnson took a major role in founding the Dwayne Johnson Rock Foundation, a charity devoted to enriching the lives of terminally ill children and those suffering from debilitating disabilities. Considering the website is now a dead link and no further information can be found about current efforts made by the Dwayne Johnson Rock Foundation, we can assume it's long since dissolved. But that hasn't stopped Johnson's own charitable contributions. He's been known to support organizations including the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Kids Wish Network, I Have a Dream Foundation, and Make the Difference Network. Number 3. He wrote a New York Times bestseller. So, he's a championship wrestler, People's Choice Award winner, and an all-around good guy. What else could Johnson have going for him? Well, let's not forget how, in 2000, he released an autobiography that somehow dominated the New York Times bestseller list. When The Rock Says debuted, it did so at the #1 spot on the list and found the strength to stay there for several weeks. The book details The Rock's career and personal life, dishing out surprisingly humorous anecdotes along the way. Number 2. A record breaker. On June 1, 2016, Johnson was awarded the Guinness World Record for having the highest annual earnings for a film actor. It wasn't the first time he was recognized by Guinness, and wouldn't be the last. The year prior, at the world premiere of San Andreas at Odeon Leicester Square in London, Johnson broke the record for taking the most selfies in 3 minutes, grabbing 105 snapshots with fans. Unfortunately, the record was snatched up by Donnie Wahlberg in 2016, but Johnson can still fall back on his record for the largest 7-layered dip achieved for the 2017 Super Bowl, weighing 540 pounds. Number 1. A bid for presidency. Aw, heck, I guess it could be worse. In August 2017, PolitiFact tackled the question of whether or not Johnson would run for president in 2020, and their answer certainly wasn't a resounding no. In fact, though the publication debunked headlines that he was locked in for 2020, in a June 2017 interview with GQ, Johnson responded to inquiries about his potential candidacy with, "I think it's a real possibility. If you think it's a ridiculous idea, you may want to talk to Kenton Tilford, who filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission in hopes of encouraging a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson candidacy." And there you have it, Archivist, your 10 facts about Dwayne Johnson. Before you go, be sure to subscribe to Top 10 Archive and comment with your ideas for future archives. We'd love for you to stick around and check out these 2 videos showcasing 2 other Hollywood stars.